Addiction works in the midbrain, and it's kind of like a dog chasing a cat. And you can maybe stop your dog from chasing a cat for a while, but there's going to be a point in time where maybe the dog sees the cat and just in an instant goes after it. And the same thing with addiction is if you're in recovery for alcohol and you are abstinent for a while, even if you're working a program, studies show that when you relapse, usually you pick up where you left off and you make up for lost time. I think with ACA, I think we have enough recovery, if we're doing what we're going to be talking about in a few minutes, that we're able to have a lower bottom and pick ourselves up quicker and quicker each time. Like I'm saying, the laundry list, I think in time starts to fade. And if for something happens and comes up and, bites you in the butt, to me, that's a warning sign that that's one area of your recovery that you haven't put a lot of emphasis in, and that's where you need to focus at that point. Okay, so the question is, how long does depression last when you start working your steps and the depression kicks in? It's okay. Everyone is different. I mean, you might be somebody who deals with clinical depression to begin with. And just remember, ACA and the steps are not the end all. It takes a village. You might need to see a therapist. You might need to be on psychotropics. Every patient, every person is different. It depends on what's coming up for you, and it depends also on the balance you have in your life. One thing that we got to remember too with recovery is, and this goes back to the whole gratitude thing that we've been talking about this weekend, a lot of times we start focusing on all the dirt. And by focusing on all the dirt, we forget about all the good stuff that we had. I've dealt with some severely bad, ACA people that have really bad childhoods. And when I ask them, can you come up with one time in your life when you've been extremely happy? Usually people can find that. Usually it's there. And the problem is when we focus on the dirt, we get distracted. So that's why it's so good to put balance in your life.